Okay, so make sure you have this end and this one straight, and then we're going to staple from here. And if you have any overlay like I did with the little sticky, just once you have it connected, just push this over. And we're just going to staple all the way down. Try not to leave any gaps in between the staples because you don't want any gaps in your bag. And make sure your two panels are lining up. Take this all the way to the end, and then you start on the third panel. Grab that and do the exact same way, and that was the purpose of us leaving that little space when we first started stapling, so we can have this room right here, and this is what helps us to be able to fold it like this. I'm going to grab this fourth panel, and this is actually the hardest part because it starts to get a little tight. So I'm just going to take this bit by bit and then go down some. So starting at the very corner. Try to straighten it out a little more. Duct tape is a lot harder to deal with than fabric. So take a little bit more and come back and start to staple. And don't worry if your staples aren't even, you could always go back when you're done and just go back over them. You want to make sure that line is straight. Okay, so once you're done, this is actually what your bag should kind of look like. That's the bottom with the four corners. So what we're going to do now is the same thing we did at the bottom. We're going to fold this over and then just tape it down so once again your skin will not come in contact with the staples. I'll show you this first one and then the second one where the staple is coming out. Let me try to put another one right there. So we're going to put this first one up and then I'll finish the rest off camera. Just kind of measuring, and I use the lighter color first just in case, because if you use the darker color it may bleed through the lighter color, so when you go to place that light color down you'll be able to see the darker color underneath. So that's why I always put the light color. And you can tear this in half if you want to, but I just like to make sure that the bag is super strong. So I'm going to lay half on the black and half on the white. And when I'm done, I'm going to just like that, and make sure you press it down. Tear this little bit off. And then I'm going to apply the black over here. So when I come back, you'll see the finish inside bag, and we'll turn it inside out. Thank you. Okay, now if you should be done with taping all the staples down, and you see the bag pretty much makes its own shape. So now we have to just turn it right side in. I'm sorry, right side out, because the right side is now in. So this is going to be really quick. Bunch it all together. It only takes a couple of seconds. Make sure you push all of the corners out. And now outside of your bag should be showing, and you still should have the shape of your bag like this. Okay, so now what's left to do is to apply the straps, and I think I might put the black on the inside and the circle swirls on the out. So you just make sure you line your end of your strap to the tip of this. Try to make it as even as possible. And throw a couple of staples in there. Take that one out. Okay. Then do the same thing to this side over here. Just line it up. And the same thing to the back. Okay, and once you're done with stapling that down, you take the tape that's the color of the inside, you fold this down and then just attach it down on the inside, and your bag handles should look something like this. I'm going to take a piece of the white. Oops, wrong side. A piece of the white. Take this down. And I'm actually out of black tape, so I'm just going to use a little small piece. Ooh, that's all I have is this little small piece. Tape this down as well. But normally what you would do would tape this down completely, both sides, and then just add a little bit of black up here so it would complement that. And this is actually the end result of your ragtag bag. This is Lisa, and this is my first tutorial, and I want to thank you for viewing. Thank you so much for watching.